بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول. In the name of Allah, the kindest and most merciful one. Have you not seen how your Lord handled the people of the elephant? Did he not make their plans go all wrong and send against them flock of birds, hurling against them stones of baked clay, and made them become like dry grass eaten up? ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل? Have you not seen how your Lord handled the people of the elephant? ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل? Did he not make their plans go all wrong? وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل, and sent against them flocks of birds, ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل, hurling against them stones of baked clay, فجعلهم كعصف مأكول, and made them become like a dry grass eaten up. Dear brothers and sisters, I just recited a small surah from the Quran, and I also read out the translation of the surah. Now I am going to say some information behind this surah. Surah name is Al-Fil, the elephant. The Arabs before Islam had a calendar and were able to count the months and days, but they did not number their years. Instead, they would give each year a name based on some special event which had happened during that year. The year that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born was known as the Year of Elephant because of the story which follows. An Abyssinian Christian general named Abraha was ruling Yemen at that time. He was irritated by the fact that so many pilgrims went to visit Mecca every year, taking all their business and trade there. He decided to build a big church in Sana'a, believing that people would come to visit it instead, and then Yemen would increase in wealth and importance. However, after he had invested a lot of time, money, and effort into making a huge cathedral, the pilgrims continued to visit Mecca. He then decided to destroy the Kaaba and march on Mecca with an army of some 60,000 men and several elephants which had never been seen in Mecca before. The army was too great for the inhabitants of Mecca to resist. The only things they could do was to try to save themselves by hiding in the mountains and caves around Mecca, leaving the city and Kaaba unprotected. The leader of the Quraysh at that time was Abdul Muttalib, the Prophet's own grandfather. When the army advanced near Mecca, they captured many animals belonging to the Quraysh, including 200 of Abdul Muttalib's camels, for which he went to meet with Abraha to ask that they be returned to him. Abraha was surprised that he came to ask for his camels, but said nothing about the great Kaaba. But Abdul Muttalib answered, I am the owner of the camels, and I ask you to return them. The house has its own owner, and he will defend it. The rest of the Quraysh joined with Abdul Muttalib in praying to Allah, Lord of the Kaaba, to save his house. The first miracle which happened was that the head elephant refused to fight in the war. Then Allah destroyed the army with a flock of birds which attacked them with stones of clay, which made them bleed heavily. Their wounds became infected with pus and they died in a very short time. The Kaaba and Makkah were left unharmed. Why was Allah remaining the Why was Allah reminding the Quraysh of the story? The coming of the army with the elephants was a recent event in history for the Meccans. There were many men alive at the time of this revelation who still remembered the year of the elephant, who had run into the hills to escape, had gazed in wonder at the elephants, and had seen the dead bodies of the soldiers of Abraha lying in the outskirts of Mecca. The Meccans had been sensible enough at that time to pray only to Allah for his protection, and some had even gone back to the worship of only one God for a number of years afterwards. Why then should they reject the miracle and message of the Quran now, only 40 years later? How dare they oppose his messenger, peace and blessing be upon him, and risk arousing the anger of the Lord of the world, who had so easily destroyed Abraha and his army. Sadaqallahul Azim. I hope everyone will get some lesson for this story and surah and maybe take some lesson in the daily life. May Allah give us ability to take some lesson in our daily life. Jazakallahu khairan. May Allah give you best of reward to staying with me and listening the story.